Right then, welcome back to helsing. Now, if you remember, on my last recording, I was doing mission 12 again, but don't forget, I was doing that on hard difficulty, as well as all I was doing was reminding you that you could be up against some tool things that could bring electricity to knock your health down, as well as remind you that you can go up some steps where you can find another part of some more steps that will lead you towards a gate, or either you could just go straight up and up to a door. But before you do that, I was reminding you that you can go towards the gate where you could get something which would be guarding a thing that will go to your machine gun. But before you can collect it, you had to use your electricity weapon and the ammo, which will be the light blue barb that goes to that weapon, to open up the gate for you to go and collect the ammo that goes to the machine gun. As well as, don't forget that I have already collected that on medium, as well as when I was doing the game on medium, I was showing you where you can find all the bits and pieces, apart from one thing, but I'm going to not mention that right now. But basically what I mean that you'll be collecting is all of the life increases, as well as collecting all the weapons apart from one, and all of the weapons that will have the ammo that goes to them, which will go on the shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, and the machine gun, as well as you collecting some whacking sticks that will have the ammo as well in the game for you to collect, as well as where you can buy some things, which will be in armory. And basically what you got to do is finish a mission first before you can go and buy things, which will be involving with your green god symbol thing that you can collect in the game. And so I have done that already on medium, as well as basically reminding you that you can collect something else on hard difficulty. And that's the reason why I did the game again on hard difficulty, is that you can collect, wait for it, if you haven't checked my last recording, was that you can collect a cheat that will be called ammo. Yes. And basically, the ammo cheat would be named as unlimited ammo. So yes, on my last recording, And the reason why I was doing it on hard difficulty was that you can collect unlimited ammo on hard difficulty when you do finish it. As well as when you do the game on easy for the first time, you'll collect some cheats, but there will be 3 other cheats that you can't get hold of unless you finish the game on easy and then do the game on medium. And basically, when I was doing the game on hard difficulty again, to remind you where you can find the 3 other cheats that you can't unlock unless you finish the game on easy. If you start playing the game on easy and then go to game on medium, and then basically get the 3 cheats that you can get in the game as well. But I was doing the game on medium, don't forget, for the first time, to show you where all of your life increases are, which is basically allows you to have your health bar to be a bit more bigger. But don't forget, when you're doing any mission and you're finding 1 life increaser, you're going to have to find another to make one of those black squares to be filled up in red, which I will show you soon. As well as you could also get another cheat, which will be involving looking after a specific thing that Fanasin likes. But speaking of which, I fucked up 2 times on medium and on hard difficulty. So basically what I'm going to do is try my best to fucking not fuck up by losing the hat, which is what you're going to have to look after, especially if it falls off and you're in part of a mission and you've forgotten where it falls off, or you're just about to pick it up where you just spotted where it's gone and you flicking die. Well, you ain't got no hope of fucking getting it back. Because yeah, when I was doing the game on medium and on mission 5, I flicking died and the game says, screw you, I will remove it from you, when you know exactly where it should be, when you saw it. And so I did that. And on hard difficulty, when I was doing mission 10, I managed to suss out where it fell off, which it would have been behind a stone or a tool thing, where slowly but surely I died again. And I thought, I had the hat on, but no, it wasn't on his head. So I thought, shit, where am I going to find it? I'll go round, back and forwards places that you might have saw me do on mission 10 anyway. But I fluffed up and that was mission 10 failed with a mission that would have said something that involves a specific word of a list of different things that you're going to have to do on missions. But basically, I'll give you some more information about that very soon as well. As well as on mission 5, when you've done the game on easy for the first time or medium for the first time with 2 cheats, basically you have to do the game again, back on medium again, or back on easy, or either do it on hard difficulty, whichever way you want to do it, because you won't be able to get a cheat unless you do something about it, which will be involving a machine gun that you'll collect in the game when you finish every single mission, on easy for the first time, or medium, whichever you've done it, and you'll collect it. And then you can use that machine gun to do something about the things that hide the cheats. But like I said, if you have checked all my recordings, you know exactly what you're looking for and what you've got to do with it, especially if you never have played the game before. But as I said before, if you played the game before, you know exactly what you're looking for, how to do it, and what you're supposed to do. Exactly. So, yeah, there's all that for you. As well as, don't forget that you can also get another weapon. But I'll give you some more information about that very soon as well. As well as I have done the game on medium and hard, basically what I'm going to do is do the game on easy, as well as basically speed up a bit of parts of missions that's been done before, as well as possibly give you some more information about the weapon that you can collect in the game, as well as the other weapons that you will collect in the game, which once again, with the whacking sticks, the saws, the machine gun, the electricity weapon, crossbow, and the shotgun and the pistols. But usually in the game, when you start playing it for the first time, you'll have the pistols and the sword, and also you'll have the ammo that goes to those two weapons. As well as when you proceed ahead into the game, you'll slowly get almost every weapon apart from one, as well as you'll be able to get the ammo that goes to the 5 weapons, which will be, of course, the machine gun, electricity weapon, crossbow, and the shotgun and the whacking sticks. Those will have the ammo when you proceed ahead in the games in the game, and basically the pistols and the whacking saws will always have the ammo in them to start off with. As well as with all the bits and pieces I've done in the game, from medium to hard difficulty, I've got everything apart from 2 things, as well as possibly another 3 other things as well. I'll give you some more information about that in a minute as well. So basically what I'm going to do, like I said, is proceed in the game a bit more quicker than usual, because I've done it all of the missions and bits and pieces already been dealt with. So what I'm going to do is remind you that you might want to check all of the recordings I've done and give you all the tips and tricks of how to do the game if you've never played it before. But if you're checking my recording now, or whenever you decide to, and you remember the game really well, and you think, I know exactly what to do, how to do it, even though you're already telling me what I already know. But like I said, about one other thing, which would be a life increaser. It should be in mission 1 somewhere, but the game says, fuck you, I will remove it somewhere else. So if you come to play it and you think, yep, I remember where it is, where it should be in mission 1, but yeah, you're correct, it's been fucking moved somewhere else. So yeah, probably thinking, yeah, maybe I should check your recording in mission 7. So yeah, but that's all I'm going to say for now. But yes, that's all the other ideas that I'm going to remind you all about, as well as basically what I'm going to do is basically just do the game exactly how I might want to play it. But if you want to play it exactly how the game goes, that is fine. But if you've got all of the weapons apart from one, you can do whatever you fucking well like, which is exactly what I'm going to do in the game that is on easy. Because I've got every single thing, apart from a couple of bits and pieces, from medium to hard difficulties, and I just didn't get a couple of things that just didn't go my bloody way. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to do the game on easy, and of course I'm going to do the game however I want, and just do whatever I bloody like. So like I said, you might want to check all of my recordings I've done and basically give you an idea of how the game works and other bits and pieces that is involved in the game. So there you go. Right, so like I said before, that on hard difficulty, that I have collected something else, which was unlimited ammo. Now, before I go to that, right, first, before I move anywhere else in the game, you will have your red bar all the way at the top, unless you find some life increases in certain missions, as well as buy 5 ammo increases for a whole set of those squares filled up in red, because in the game there are 15 black squares in total for you to fill up. Basically buy 5 ammo increases. For each ammo increaser of the 5 will allow 5 black squares to be filled up in red, but with the rest of the life increases you'll have to find all the remaining life increases in missions, because like I said, when you find one you have to find another for 1 black square to be filled up in red. And so like I said, I'm going to just speed up and forget effing where all the pieces are hiding, because you should be checking them, where you'll be able to find everything that you will need to get hold of, as well as understand what the green thing does in the middle underneath the red bar, which is your basket where you can buy things from. And underneath the red bar there is a number 1 as well as right beside the 1 there are 5 blank grey things. And now what those are finisher slots. Basically knocks some enemies' health all the way down, but some enemies' health will not go all the way down. As well as you're stuck with 3 of those, and basically you have to buy 2 of those to get 5 of them. So in the game you'll start with pistols, and then when you proceed in the game you'll have 4 other weapons, which will be the shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, and the machine gun that you'll collect, including the saws that you'll start with, and these sharp whacking things. And that's what you'll collect, apart from 1 other weapon, because you're going to have to do something about it. Okay, so first of all, before we do anything, like I said, on hard difficulty, when you finish the game you'll collect something else, which will be hiding in here, which first of all you have to press the start button to go to pause, where you find restore, resume, or whatever it is, or return. Could be return, but anyway. Yeah, return, infinity, scores, options, and main menu. So in inventory, it will have items, weapons, moves, and cheats. And so the thing I want about with the ammo thing on it, which will be unlimited ammo, it will be tucked in the list of cheats. Now there are 24 of the fuckers, but as you can see, there's a couple that hasn't got boxes right beside them. And one is definitely specifically to do with something that I kept fucking about. But if you listen to all the things I've said so far, you know exactly what I'm on about. As well as if you have played the game before, you know exactly what I'm on about. But still, if you never played the game before and you've checked all my recordings, you know exactly what I'm on about. But like I said, I'm going to hope and pray it'll go my way to let you know what is involved. As well as with 5 others, they are going to be involving something that you're going to have to do to get hold of them. I'll get to that very soon as well, whenever that is. As well as with some other ones, like this one at the top, which will be ARCHAIC and CLOTHES. Now on medium, I managed to get it to work, because basically what it's saying is restart, then hold L1 from intro movie to the main menu to CANCIENT Van Helsing, which never made any sense to me, but I've managed to get it to work somehow. So if you know exactly how to work that out, then you got a good chance of getting it to work. But as long as you check my recording on medium with mission 10, you'll be able to see what happens. But also, what I'm going to have to do is try and get this one to work as well, which will be power, CLOTHES, where also it's going to say about restart, then hold L1 from the intro movie to the main menu to see power Van Helsing on. That's the only ones I'm always having trouble with. But also with the other 3 that is on here at the minute that are in white with a box right beside them. There are also 2 others, which is in between the white ones, which is these 2 right here. And where they're always going to have take on ALTERNATE formats. So whatever that exactly all means. I'm not going to be absolutely 100% that I am going to be able to get these sheets to work, because as it says on ALTERNATE formats, don't know exactly what that means and what it's on about to make me get that sheet to work. So basically the other 4, especially the 2 in the middle that are darker, that hasn't got boxes right beside the 3 that are having the boxes right beside them, especially the one that involves fill skin and the one that will have GARCOYLE skin. So yeah, those those two at the bottom that I've just read out, one with DWERGER skin, and of course the ones in the middle that will also still will say take on ALTERNATE formats. So as you can see, when I'm going up and down, they're all still saying on our mounts, if that's what it's saying, amount of formats. So with all that kind of words right beside each one of these 5, I don't know exactly what they mean, and still 100% I'm not going to be able to get these ones to work and show you what they do, because they just don't make any sense to me. But as long as you know exactly what it means and how you're supposed to do it to allow these 5 to work. But maybe with the other cheats that are in the game, you might be able to get these ones to work, maybe. But like I say, I'm not 100%. But still, basically what I'm going to try and do is get the game completely done again and get this cheat right here for you to know exactly how it works and what it can do, basically. As well as I said before, with the cheat that you'll collect in the game when you've done the game on hard difficulty, you will get unlimited ammo. And so what I'm going to do is show you what this one does. But if you also know exactly what it does, then you got the idea. Okay, so before we use that, underneath the red bar on the right hand side where the 2 weapons are, the right hand side of the screen there, now that light blue bar is your ammo of damage that every single weapon can do, apart from one. So with the whacking sticks, watch the ammo bar of the light blue bar is what it's called, and basically unlimited ammo. Basically, as you're using it, all it does is keep going. So unlimited ammo is basically saying it will never ever run out. So these are the whacking sticks with the ammo that you can collect in the game. With the saws that you're starting the game with, they will also never run out. And they will look blue because they're not on fire. Because the whacking sticks will turn on fire when you've got the ammo that goes to those things right there. And of course the machine gun that you'll collect. But also before I use the ammo on the machine gun, with the whacking sticks and the saws, you're always going to have to push circle in and out, in and out, in and out all the time for you to do all of that. But with the machine gun, the electricity weapon, the crossbow, the machine gun, the pistols, you're always going to have to keep the square button pushed in. As was with all of the weapons you collect, you're always going to have to keep the R1 button pushed in for accuracy. And so the machine gun with the ammo that goes to that thing, it will always do. Listen to that. Oh yes. It will do that. And so yeah, like I said, ammo, unlimited ammo. Basically it will never run out. Now with electricity weapon, it will have a powerful line that will stick out like that when you get the ammo for that thing. As well as with all the other weapons, apart from one, you'll always collect the ammo that goes to them when you proceed into the game. And so there's that for you. Next of all, you've got the crossbow with the ammo that goes to it, which also sends fire as well. They can do a lot of fucking damage. Don't forget. Shotgun as well. Which will do that as well. And last of all, the pistols. Which will do that. So there you go. There's all that. Right, anyway. So what I'm going to do is basically keep that shit off, as well as everything else, because I've done the game on medium and easy. Not on easy, but done a game on medium and hard without even cheating. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing without cheating with the cheats, because I have already collected all the cheats and showed you what they do, apart from a couple of them, which will be the power one and the other two cheats that hasn't been found yet. Right, also, like I said, I'm going to speed up a bit.
Welcome to Paris.
Show yourself, Dr. Jekyll.
Seems that memory of yours is getting worse, Van Helsing. The name is Hyde, remember?
Okay, so like I said, the red things that that you can see on the floor, those things will top your health bar back up to whatever size you have when you've took a load of damage. Statues like these, you can smash those to get some green god symbols that you'll collect. So you'll find all sorts of things to smash up as well. Also, you have a grapple hook as well for you to pull yourself up on top of things and swing across things. And basically, R1 and triangle, as I said before. R1 and triangle again for you to swing yourself across and press X. And then go up these steps. As well as what I'm going to do is probably skip a couple of scenes because you've already seen a lot lately.
Are you still on that pathetic
But what I'll do is let this one show first.
will reveal your past?
My past is not your concern.
Wouldn't you like to meet the demons of your mind? You're nothing but an empty puppet of the church. A marionette on a string. Let me help you. After all, I am a man of science.
You are a murderer.
Ah, the pot calls the kettle black.
I destroy only what is evil. You are wanted for the killing of 12 innocent men, 6 women.
4 children, 3 girls, and a rather nasty massacre of poultry. Yes, I'm well aware of my past. A man has to eat, doesn't he?
Not when he's dead.
Oh dear. Not again. I'm afraid so. So, once again, if you've seen my first recording on Medium, you saw all of this where you have this person standing on the right hand side of the screen, as well as basically his name is Hyde, as well as if you have seen the film before, you know exactly who he is, as well as I said before, if you've seen the film before, you know exactly what's supposed to happen in the film. But sometimes when you do the game, you'll find some scenes and it might not even look like it. Exactly how the film goes, exactly. But apart from that, as well as underneath of the screen that you can see here, where it's going to say push your weapon 1 square or weapon 2 circle, and basically weapon 2 is always your saws or your whacking sticks in the game you'll collect, but with the square is always to do with the pistols, shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon and the machine gun, as well as another weapon that you can collect in the game unless you do something about it. As well as I said before, I have done the game on medium and on hard, and basically on easy I'm going to basically use any weapon I fucking want, because I have done the game on medium just to show you how the game goes and how it is supposed to work, and basically just do the same thing again on hard difficulty, do the game exactly how it goes, and basically get 3 cheats that you can't get hold of unless you do something about it, as well as basically do something with looking after Fan Arsen's favourite thing, which I've done it dreadfully. I've done it absolutely fucking awful. So, like I said, I'm hoping, praying that I'm going to be nice to Fan Arsen and look after it, to show you what you can collect and basically try and get it to work and show you what it does. Okay, anyway, so when you press the X button, you'll have hold down your aim button, which is the R1 button. Like I said, you're always going to have to keep that square button pushed in. You're always going to have to keep that R1 button pushed in, as well as keep the square button pushed in with the machine gun, electricity weapon, crossbow, pistols and the shotgun. But with the whacking sticks and the saws, you're always going to have to keep pushing the circle in and out all the time. And that's basically those 2 weapons explained to you. Those whacking sticks and those bloody saws, you're always going to keep those special R1 button pushed in and keep flicking pushing that circle in and out all the fucking time. Anyway, right, that's it. Right, so this guy's hide, and also what I'm going to do is use the ammo as well, just to make it a bit more quicker. Also, with all the stuff that's on the floor, you can get him to smash all the stuff up. Also, the hat's fallen off, so that's fine. So, as I said, there's stuff on the floor. You can get him to smash it, smash them, or either you can smash them yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you can get him stuck, just like this, you can basically just move around and stop him from fucking getting you. Basically, that's what this is all about. As well as basically, it's a training session to make you practice your shooting, as well as attacking your enemies, whichever kind of ones you're trying to attack. Also, with boxes and barrels and stuff you smash, they can always give you red or green God symbol. And basically, the red ones, like I said, it will top your health bar back up. But the green ones will allow you to buy things. So, further ado, I'm going to pick the flicking up without him freaking doing any of that. So I'm going to get the crossbow out and freaking finish him off. And as I said before, in the film, usually Van Arsen uses his left hand to cut his arm off instead of both hands. Well, it could be his right hand, actually. Yeah, Van Arsen uses his right hand. There you go. He uses his right hand to flick and cut it off, not both hands, in the film. As well as...
I think you'll find the
He doesn't say that in the film.
most enchanting.
As well as you see Van Arsene use his grab hook to shoot that thing straight through his chest. That's what usually happens in the film as well. And lands quite safely. And in the film, he pulls. And usually in the film, he says, "My turn," and he pulls. Some bits goes like this in the film. And in the film, he usually has his back on the ground, not his face on the ground. Yeah. Usually it's like that, really. Okay, so, like I said, Armory is basically a shop. As well as time, there is 10 minutes and 27. There is best kills, or only one done. There are shots, which is to do with the crossbows, with the pistols, shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, the machine gun, whichever one you're using, and how many times you keep the square button pushed in, or just keep pushing it in and out all the time. We've got 149. MELEE hits, which is to do with the whacking sticks of the swords, whichever weapon you're using in the game. Damage taken, we've got 70. Part GLYPHS, which is to do with the green god symbols, or how many you collect in the game, or how much you've got. Doesn't matter how many you pick up or how much you've got. You can always use those and buy things with. As we've got 5,520. Finished with hat on. Yes. But like I said, with certain missions on medium and hard difficulty, I've always had flicking one with flicking bit of it saying finished with hat on. No. So that is the reason why I'm doing it on easy. So I hope and pray that I won't flicking do a fat fucking no on it. Enemies killed, only one because it's just him. As well as with Armory, I'm not going to deal with that right now, because you've already checked it. But as long as you have checked it, all the bits and pieces have been done, you'll know exactly what I'm on about.
We need you to go to the east, to the far side of Romania. 450 years ago, a Transylvanian knight named Valerius the Elder allowed his son, Vladislaus Dragulia, to commit a great evil upon the world. As a result, a terrible curse was cast upon his house. A curse that cannot be lifted until the vampire is driven.
Also, you can press the start button to skip all this if you want.
9 generations have
And yes,
trying to break it.
There's Anna.
Only one
Nice blade, nice and sharp.
The Princess Anna. If she dies, the spirits of her ancestors shall never enter the gates of St. Peter. They will be forever damned. When we found you crawling up the steps of the Vatican half dead, it was clear that you had been sent to do God's work. God is not to blame for your past sins. But if you pass this test of faith, He will help you rediscover your past. Transylvania is a land plagued by tragedy. And Basiria, a village where you will encounter the dead far more than the living. Do not be distracted by these wayward spirits, my son. Find the village fountain quickly, for that is where the path to Dracula begins.
Dun dun dun. And so yeah, all that explains bits and pieces to you, as well as I've already read this all out again, or some bits of it, and explain a couple bits and pieces. So as long as you check on all recordings and other bits and pieces has been done, you get the general idea. So also, once again, bye bye train, bye bye. So sorry. Okay. Right. First, once we got this bit to be budged out the way, because the camera's just moving it for you when you're doing your own bit. Right, like I said, you're always going to have to find boxes and statues and other things to smash, like these boxes, for example, where you can find green god symbols for you to collect to buy things with, as well as grab as much as you want. As well as with other things that you can smash, you just find them and smash them up with your swords or your whacking sticks. As well as with this symbol thing right here, I have shown you where these are and what they hide. But I'm going to mention them again to you. They will hide cheats from you, as well as some of them will hide some life increases. Alright, so what I'm going to do is leave this thing running, because I have already got the thing from it. As well as, I'm just going to mention it once again, you'll find these anywhere with a symbol like this, and they will either give you a cheat or a life increaser for you to collect one and find another one of those for one of those black squares, even though you can't see none, and find another one, and then one of the black squares will be squeezing one of those red squares to be pushed into another square to be filled up in red. So make sure you just keep finding those life increases for you to top your health bar into a massive size, just like mine. As well as in the game, if you check all of my recordings I've done, you will be able to find everything, especially where every life increaser is hiding. And so what I'm going to do is leave all of that as well. But what I'm going to do is remind you two things, but we're not there yet. But still, like I said, I'm just going to allow you to make sure you check all of my recordings to show you where all the cheats are, where the life increases are in the missions that's in the game for you to do, as well as basically just know that you're just gonna have to use the green god symbols in the game when you finish a mission and go to armory. Allow yourself to have the light blue bar, to have a couple of the black squares filled up in blue as it's down a little bit. But also when you're doing a mission and your health is down, as well as in the game, if you are still in the mission and your health bar is lower than mine, and you still don't want to top your health bar back up, and you think you can still finish a mission without topping your health bar, that's great. Because when you do finish a mission, your health bar will go all the way back up to the size you did have. Just like my health bar has gone all the way back up the top. Because I've already done the game before with almost everything. Right, also, once again, I'm going to point out... once again, I'm going to point out this thing. You'll have to finish the game on easy for the first time and then go back to this thing, because you're going to need a weapon, which will be the machine gun. You're going to have to collect that before you can do something with this. Okay, so if you are doing the game on easy or doing the game on medium for the first time, you'll have to leave this thing and do the game again back on medium, or do it on hard, and then use the machine gun, and then you can do something with it. Oh. And use the ammo. Why is it not working? Yeah. That's weird. That's weird. But yeah, usually the machine gun does the trick. Right, also you want to push the triangle on this thing. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, there you go. Now it fucking does it. How funny. Must have been a glitch on me. Anyway, yeah, like I said, when you do the game on easy, you can have to leave that until you finish the game and go to medium or back on easy when you've collected the 5 powerful weapons, which is the shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, machine gun that does that, and the pistols, including the whacking sticks and the saws, to do a nice job of smashing that fucking thing off to get a cheat, basically. Also, once again, triangle on that cog system there. It'll slam this thing for you to swing across to the other side. As well as, don't forget, R and triangle for you to grab some green stuff over here. Also, when you're switching the weapons, especially the crossbow, when you get it, use left D-pad button or the right D-pad button to the shotgun or the electricity weapon or whichever one you're using. Apart from the whacking sticks and the saws, with those 2 weapons you're always going to have to push down or up, whichever way, because you've got 2 weapons in the system selection slot. Also, speaking of which, with a selection slot, you can always just hold L2 and go up and down with the left D-pad button to switch it to the whacking sticks or the saws, and switch those by going down or up again. Same thing again, L2, keep that in, and push up or down to go to whichever one. Make sure the shape of which weapon you want to use, and make sure it's in black to say you're on that weapon. Okay, so make sure you do that. And also, don't forget, when that red pops up in certain areas, it will say you can't go that way, because specific ways of knowing why you can't. And most of the reasons why is because you're up against some enemies, or either it's because it's locked for good. Right, also I'm going to explain a couple of things with the enemies, whichever ones you're up against. Some weapons will be a bit more stronger than others. Like the shotgun up against the skeletons will do a fucking good massive fucking damage to them with just one shot when you're standing near them. So you can do that. This thing on the side of the bridge here, this is a life REP which will basically allow you to use when you press the triangle button. And when you do pick up one, it will go into INVENTORY, which I'll show you. In INVENTORY. And you press the X, it will go into items, but as you can see, or have seen, that Fanason said I can't carry any more at the bottom of the screen while I try to push triangle, even though I've forgotten that I already have got 3 of them. So when you've got a life or an ammo or a speed boost, you can only carry 3 of those things, as well as when you use one, you want to make sure you just push the X button once, because it will automatically top the light blue bar or the red one of the life or the ammo. Because if you do push it again, when it's done it automatically, you'll waste another one without it topping it back up again, which is the problem. Also, when you do collect a speed boost, you can use one of those. Like I said, if you push it once, you'll be able to use it, but if you push it again by accident, you won't be able to use it again. As well as where it's going to say speed boost, it is also going to have 20 seconds. So like I said, as it says 20 seconds, and you want to push the X button again, you won't get 40 seconds. You're only going to stick with 20 seconds. So it's the same thing. When you select that one once, you'll have 20 seconds, but it won't top another 20 seconds because it'll only allow you to have 20 seconds, as well as it'll only allow you to make sure you just push the button once to just use it. As well as with this thing, I might use it whenever I want, as I'm on easy, as well as kind of cheat, because I have done the game on medium and hard, even without using too many of these speed boosts. Exactly. Also haven't used many of the ammo either, but mostly been using the life ones on hard difficulty, because my health was going down quite a lot, because when you're on hard difficulty, it's a lot more fucking tougher. Because the enemies, whichever ones you're up against, they will be fucking strong as hell, especially the first time you played it and you are going on hard difficulty to try and get one specific cheat that you'll collect when you finish the game on hard difficulty. Like I said, it will be the unlimited ammo for the light blue bar. So yeah, as long as you got 3 of these, you can use those whenever you want and however you want, but don't even try and pick up that again, because if you got 3, you can't do any more. You can't pick up any more, as far as I said. Also, once again, what I'm going to do is show you this thing and remind you that if you check my recordings, when I've done the game on medium and hard, I'll remind you what you're supposed to do in the game for the first time. But like I said, as I've done it on medium, and basically explain to you that you can't do nothing with it unless you do something about it. Anyway, what I'm going to do is use the electricity weapons to speed it up a bit, because basically, like I said, when you start the game for the first time, you'll only have these 2 weapons, the whacking sticks. So as I said before, when you start the game, you'll have the swords and the pistols. So basically you have to find the shotgun first, before you can blow this thing off to get in. And R1 and triangle, and basically you'll find a life increaser in there on top of the roof. When you jump down, you won't die, so don't worry about thinking about you don't want to jump down there, because you won't lose any health. Once again, this gate here, you can't do nothing with that. as well as there would be a life increaser up here. So as long as you find that, you'll be okay. Also, what I'm going to do is explain this thing to you as well, is that you will have some nice challenges to do, which will be 5 challenges. And as before, each one of these 5 will be locked. And basically, you're going to have to complete them. As well as with the one that I got into, you're going to have to find eggs. Eggs for these things. And you're going to have to find 5 of them. As well as the thing I stood by, you're going to have to find the eggs, as well as find 5 of those things. Especially the first one I stood by. So the one I stood by, that thing involve 4 other ones just like it. So you're going to have to find 4 others just like that one. And basically you're going to have to find 5 eggs and put each one of the 5 eggs in those 5 single ones of those anywhere in the missions that you're doing. So you got to find 5 eggs and put each one of the 5 in each one of those things, and then you'll unlock every 5 of these ones right here. Okay, so that's that for you. As well as I'm on easy, like I said before, that if you're medium for the first time and you've unlocked every single one of these 5, there's a couple of ways you can do these. Because one challenge, which is this one down here, which will be challenge 3, is a right fucking bastard to do. Because it's just going to stop you from fucking completing it. And basically what I mean by that is it's going to stop you getting a cheat, which is one of the 2 that I haven't got yet, but like I've always done, is switch the memory card to show you what you can collect, which I'll show you very shortly. As well as challenge 2, which is down here. This one also can be a right pain in the fucking neck. It is because you've got something that's gonna freaking stop you. Which is more freaking awkward than challenge 1 that is over here. But with this one right over here, this one's a piece of piss for you to sort out easily, which is just a maze. You just got to find paths of certain areas where you can get yourself around the place, and then you'll be all tickly boo, which I'll show you in a moment as well. Also with this one is a bit more simpler. Now basically what this one is, it's a attack challenge. So the challenge is basically killing every single enemy apart from one, which is the skeletons. You've just got to destroy every single fucking one. And the easy way of doing it that I know is that if you're on easy and you start to get to mission number number 5, I think. Let's say mission 4. There. Mission 4. You can see that you could possibly do something with it when you've done the game completely 100%. Well, not quite all 100%, but still, as I said before, that if you do the game on easy and you finish the game and you have almost every weapon apart from one, and you do the game again back on easy if you want, or just do it on medium and go to the one I've just got into, like I showed you, by pressing the triangle button, is basically to get yourself back in if you already have put the egg in, and go over here and get the machine gun, which is the easiest way you can do this one, which I'll show you. So if you're on easy or medium, especially medium, you've got a better chance of completing it instead of being on hard difficulty, because it'll be a lot more fucking harder for you to do it. But still, if you've done easy and you got all the weapons apart from one, and you go back to the game on easy, you can still complete challenge 5. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, easy or medium, again for the second time, especially if you got all the weapons apart from one, as well as if you still want the unlimited ammo. Basically, you've got to do the game on hard difficulty and just forget about all the challenges for the time being, because that's another way you can do these challenges. I'll give you some more information about that. So basically, get the machine gun from start to finish of the game, from test run mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and do it again, medium, or back on easy when you first played the game on easy, and just use the machine gun and fucking kill every single fucking one of these skeletons in pieces. And that's all you got to do. And then the time won't run out so quickly. Just like that. If you got it on hard difficulty, then yeah, you won't be able to fucking get that challenge done. So once again, if you do complete it, you'll get a cheat, which will be full skin. You can collect that from there, but as I've collected it, so as I said, full skin, which will be the cheat that will be just down it, you will collect in the game. But still, as I said before, with the 5 challenges where it's gonna, where, as I said before, as these 5 challenges, let's try this again. So as I said before, with the 5 cheats you can collect from the 5 challenges, which will be the full skin, the one above that, which is the GARCOYLE skin, the other ones that are still not got the boxes right beside them, which is the ARCHANGEL skin, WRAITH skin, the one just above it, which is the DWERGER skin, and then they also say take on amount. I'm pretty sure it's what ALTERNATE formats is saying. So whatever that word means. Amount of formats, if that's correct. You can put a comment on there if you think I'm saying that word right. But still, if I'm correct, I still don't know what the fuck it means and how you're supposed to make that thing work. Every single one of these 5 that has amount formats on them. It still just doesn't make any sense what the fuck you're supposed to do with it. But as long as you get the idea and how to do it, that's great. So you can find out what the cheats do for yourselves. But still, I won't be able to show you it, I'm afraid, because I'm not 100% how to fucking do it exactly. Right, also what I'm going to do is have a go at challenge 2, which is this one right here, which will be available for you to do if you collect the egg. And this challenge will be in mission 7 for you to find. And what it is challenge 2, defend the ring. And so, basically what it's going to do is say about defend the ring, as well as it will say, don't fall off the edge, as well as an enemy, which is a specific one, and there's going to be a few of them. There's probably about 6 of them, somewhere around that kind of number, and they're going to fucking knock you off as well. So make sure they just don't fucking do that to you. As well as the word challenge 2 on the left hand side, and the gap that's right beside challenge 2, there's another one on the right hand side where the word says don't fall off. There's also another 2 right behind Van Assen as well for you to be knocked off from, as well as a circle in the middle as well for you to be knocked off by. Basically, the owls are going to fucking knock you off. As well as, if you're medium, it's half and half of you being knocked off. But on hard difficulty, you got 5% chance of being fucking knocked off. Basically. But still, if you're on easy, you got a fucking good chance of doing it. Because basically, what you got to do is make sure the time doesn't run out. Nope, sorry. Let's try this again. So basically, you've got to make sure the time runs out. And you got 29 seconds to stay on the ring without the owls fucking knocking you off, or you standing by the edge and press the fucking X button to make yourself, well, by fucking making yourself slide off. So as long as you don't push the X button when you're standing beside the fucking edge of each one of these gaps, especially the circle as well, because you can slide in the fucking circle, which is what you don't want to do. So there's several ways you can be not finishing this challenge. By either sliding off of the edges, or slide in the circle, or either the owls to fucking knock you off. But as long as you are on easy, that's one way of doing it. Another way, you can try and go round and around and around anti-clockwise or clockwise, or you can do half of a circle anti-clockwise and then go anti-clockwise, and then go anti-clockwise and then clockwise again, to just keep avoiding the owls if you can. Or another way is basically use the shotgun. That can do a good fucking job. The pistols might help you. Or either you could just possibly use the ammo that will do the flicking job for you, which is the best easy way I know exactly how to flicking do it. But still, you can also cheat. That's another way of flicking cheating. Especially if you have got let's try this again. Even you can cheat with the unlimited ammo. That's another way you can fucking cheat and stop them fucking beating you. But I am not going to do that, but I'm going to try and do the shotgun and do it on easy. So let's try this again. Right, so once again, you'll have to use the R1, which is the accuracy. You're always going to need to keep the square button pushed in as well to get those pistols, shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, and the machine gun. But the machine gun is the baddest option for you to do, because otherwise you'll be rocking backwards a couple of inches before you still keep firing. So, shotgun is the best one, or the pistols, or even the ammo that goes to the crossbow as well as the ammo that goes to the shotgun as well. Those are the options. So you've got 29 seconds. Also, what you want to do is let go. And also, I've got myself stuck. So if you've got stuck, like I am, what you want to do is hold L3 in the right place for you to stay there until the time absolutely goes to 0. And that's the way you can do it. So, still, I've got stuck again. Also, if you've got a load of health, then you've got another chance of doing it. That's another way you can do it. As long as you've got a load of health, then you're fine. Which is another way you can do it as well. Make sure you've got... Oh, for goodness sake, I keep going in a fucking hole. God, I keep fucking doing it. For some reason. I also got myself stuck in that flicking gap there, which is not fucking good. As I am on easy, I thought it'd be a fucking piece of piss, but fucking nope. Oh dear. Also the crossbow maybe. That'd be a better idea. Didn't think of that. Oi! Why dare you fucking make me go out? Thought that would have done the job. But still, yeah. That's another way you can do it. You can knock the owl's health all the way fucking down a lot more fucking better than that. Also push the X a fucking again. It's not just gonna fucking love me. That's all like I said. You could cheat and use the fucking unlimited cheat and just fucking stop them fucking doing you. Which I shouldn't do that fucking really. Because after all, it is cheating. Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep fucking pushing that fucking jump button. Which is what you don't want to do. You don't want to push that fucking X. Because otherwise you'll be jumping and all over the fucking place when you're using the L3 to go whichever direction you want to go. And hey! Fucking do that to me again. Oi! Fucking prick. Also with the ammo, it'll last a period of time. Fucking done it again. Oh. Does my fucking nut in. Fine. I fucking cheat. Sick of that. But yeah, like I said, those are the ways you can do it, but this thing's just gonna keep fucking pissing me off. Fucking bastards. For heaven's fucking sake. Do it again, I'll fucking hit you badly. Fucking have that. Don't you fucking dare. Oh. Naughty, naughty, naughty. So yeah, that's the easy way of doing it. Fucking cheat. With 29 seconds. Also got myself stuck, which is unhelpful. Go on, 14 seconds. So yeah, like I said, unlimited ammo, on hard difficulty, you'll get it. It's a fucking piece of piss. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, that's the only way you can get it. Fucking cheat. But usually, you should be able to get it on easy, as long as you haven't got your nerves kicking in or getting pissed off with it. But yeah, that's the way you can do it. And yeah, like I said, when you complete it, you'll get this cheat right here, which is a ARCHANGEL skin, and whatever that does exactly and how that freaking works, I ain't got a freaking clue. But still, what I'm going to do is select it anyway and see if I can get it to work. Whatever you're supposed to do with it. So I'm going to keep it on for now, and I'll see if I can try and show you what it's supposed to do. As well as, once again, with this one's a bastard to do. And so I'm going to have a go or 2 goes at it and see if I can get it done on easy. But still, it's possible that I can't do it. But also with this one, the only way you can get this cheat is just to stand on a specific platform, just like one of these things. And you've got to stand on the 5th one, which will be the one further up above. As well as you can get the cheat from it. As well as this is the 3rd and final challenge you can unlock. And also this challenge will be in mission 11 for you to collect, if you have collect an egg in mission 11 as well, to unlock the final one. As I said before, this is challenge 3, which will be your final one. And basically, like I said, there are platforms that you can see right here, and you've got to stand on 5 of them to be high enough to escape. Because, as it says, challenge 3, blood bath. And basically what this means is that the blood in the middle, that's red, that you can see at the bottom, and what it's going to do is go up, 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 and fucking gonna keep going up. And basically you got to escape it. As well as the tricky bit of this thing, as I said, it's a fucking bastard, but the reason why is because sometimes when you're trying to get Thanos to stand on one of these things, sometimes you might not want to stand on top of it perfectly. Or either when you know you're just about to stand on it, and you just might want to slide straight back off when you're thinking you're on it perfectly. But he says, nope, I'm not on there fine. I'm just going to flick and slide off. As well as when you're doing the jumps by pushing the X, sometimes you might not even flick and want to jump straight on it, which is also another problem with it. As well as some gaps from these things that you can see right here on the right side of the screen, and just where Thanos is standing. Sometimes you might get wedged on one when you're thinking, stand on that thing that I want you to stand on. He says, nope, I'm not having it. I don't want to get on that thing at all. I just want to get stuck right in between 2 of them. Or either just wants to keep not allowing himself to stand perfectly on the right one that you want him to fucking stand on, which is a problem. But still, you want to stand on 5 of these and get on the right 5th one for you to stay perfectly on top of one of them and wait until the weapon, which will be your grapple hook, that will be right above with the pistols, shotgun, crossbow, electricity weapon, or the machine gun, whichever one you're using, including with the whacking sticks or the saws, whichever ones you're using. Basically, you just don't want to use any of the weapons apart from the grab hook. And the only way you can tell when you can use the grab hook to escape this place is when the red colour goes on top of the grapple hook that you're allowing yourself to pull yourself across things or swing across things, or either pull yourself out of this thing. So basically, this thing's just going to rise up in the air. And also, when I did do this last time, I think I was close to be on the 4th at the 5th one. As you can see, I'm still trying to fucking jump on that one there, but he won't fucking do it until now. So yeah, what you want to do is go to the one on the right where the crossbow and the saws are in a minute. That's where I've got to get to. And I fucked up because I took far too long to get on top of that one. So yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes you just don't want to fucking stand on it. Even if you keep pushing that X button and you just won't flicking stand on it. Sometimes you might want to move him around a bit until he freaking stands on it. Like sometimes you might fucking want to fuck around. Right, so the one that I was just on a few seconds ago before I got on top of this one, I've got to get on the one right beside there. Ah, fuck. So that one that I was just underneath, that one on the right beside that, that's where you got to get to escape from it. That's the only bit you got to stand on. But if you didn't fuck around with this one over here too much, you would have done it. So you might want to keep moving the L3 a bit towards the left or right somewhere. Get on there, you fucking idiot. He's almost like a bat, or like a Batman. So once again, with the one that is by the crossbow, whichever weapon you want to get on, and he's dead on it. So that one again, that I got between, that one on the right is the one you want to stand on, and then wait until the grapple hook will allow you to pull yourself out of this fucking hole. So like I said, it is a fucking bastard, and that was the reason why. No, don't go fucking over it. Stop. See, like I said, you just don't want to fucking stand on it. And this one has always been the fucking pain in the neck I've always had fucking trouble with. Apart from having some help. Or either, like if you had a brother or sister or fucking someone that knows exactly how to play the fucking game, or either fucking knows how to control the bloody controller. Which some of us always have flicking trouble with, but oh well. We'll live and learn, don't we? Oh, fucking hell, don't do that to me. Get on it. Ah! Yeah, so yeah, like I said, easy is probably the better way of getting onto that thing to allow yourself to wait until the weapon that is going to be on the right hand side of the saw and the crossbow that you can see right there, and wait until that goes red, and then you can use the grab hook to pull yourself out of that fucking hole. But I can't fucking do it. I can't. I can't. I just can't. I can. And when I got into that place for the first time, this is the one you'll unlock, which is challenge 1, Nightfall. And as you can see, there's statues on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you might see a couple. And basically what you got to do is get them fucking destroyed. As well as with this one, you can't destroy them unless you get some help. And what I mean by that is an enemy. It's a specific one, and there's going to be a few of them. And basically you got to get them to go the right direction and get them to smash them all for you. But the problem is, there is a time limit, as well as it will run out. As well as with the enemies, that you've got to get them to smash them all for you. Sometimes they just don't want to go your fucking way. Like if you're trying to go one way, to allow themselves to say, oh, you want me to go over there? What, there? No, fuck off, I'm going over here. You say, no. This way, please. Excuse me, over here. And so, yeah, they just want to go wherever they bloody like in this bloody one. But still, you just don't want them to kill you, basically. As well as not let the time run out, as it says underneath. Just above where the X button is, allowing you to push the X. So yeah, you just got to make sure the time doesn't run out. And basically you've got 3 minutes to do exactly that. Right, so the statues have got to be destroyed by these stone flying vampires. That's what these are. And these things have got spitty things. And also you just got to make them fly towards all these statues where they're hiding. And also what I'm going to do is probably try and stay alive, which is what you've got to do, as well as try and show you where all the statues are, and you just got to get them destroyed. So as long as they destroy them all for you, then challenge 1 is all done. No, over here, you dumbass. Is that one dead yet? No. Over here. Excuse me. Yeah, you're taking too long. No, not on me. See, like I said, they sometimes just want to go wherever they flicking out they like. So all you got to do is just move out of the way while they're flying around all over the place. Thank you. Smash that one, please. We destroyed that one, no. So as long as you get them destroyed. Also, there'll be some over here as well. So like I said, you've got 3 minutes. Over here. There'll be some tucked over this corner. There's 2 of those. There's one there, and done, so that's okay. So as long as you keep an eye on where they all are, and then you'll be all good. Excuse me, can I just fucking get over here, please? Some will be over here, there'll be 2. So every time when you're getting in the corner, there are 2 of 2 tucked around this place. Got 1 minute 15, so I might be able to do it. But it has been done. Go on. Go on. Over here. Thank you. Also, some of these statues will be smashed and give you red or green. There's those. Right, you can choose to leave those ones alone and then go up it. Or you can go the other way and leave those 2 and smash them afterwards. Come on, you bastards. But sometimes these are blind. And of course you don't want to fucking jump down from there either, which will cost you as well. So I've fucking done that again. Once upon a time. Come on. And don't even bother using any weapons because they won't do anything. You just got to fuck around until they say, fine, I'll go over here and over here, smash all these up for you, and then say, nope, I'm going to do nothing, I will. Ow. No. Still, if I didn't get down from there, I would have done it. So yeah. Challenge has been done. And the cheat that you'll get, of course, will be this one right at the top. DWERGER skin. So that's one you'll get from there, if you complete it. But the bloodbath, this one right here, I'm not fucking getting it. Which is a pain in the fucking ass. But still, anyway. There's that for you for now. But what I will say is this one right here, that is a piece of piss before. Basically what you got to do is complete the maze. Basically you got to go through a correct purple thing. As you can see, there's a purple thing at the top of the platform there. Now there's loads of those. Anyway. And basically you just got to go through the right one without going through the wrong one and go back to the start over here. And when you do get back to start, when you go through the wrong one, you'll alert an enemy, which will be a whacking metal dude, and you just got destroyed. But if you do go through here, you got a fat chance of completing it because there's a time limit, which is 29 seconds. No, 59, sorry. So you got 59 seconds. So basically, what we want to do is ignore those two. Go through that one. But do not go back the same way, because otherwise that will take you back that way. You want to go through this one. But don't go back that way. I nearly fucking did that. Which would alert a dude to be a pain in the fucking neck to deal with. Go through that one. And you find a nice flat one over it. Go through it. Turn left. Hit it. And then eventually go straight across. Go down along here. And the bridge will be over here. And that will be done for you. As long as you don't go through the wrong one, then you're okay. But also, when you collect a cheat and you do it again, you can also collect a speed boost or an ammo, REP and ISH up, for you to top your ammo back up to the top, or either give you a life, REP and ISH up, to top your health bar back up to the top as well. Whichever one it wants to be generous. And I've just gone back in there. Why did I fucking do that for? Also, these skeletons, you can possibly complete it with the crossbow, but that's a stupid idea. As long as you stand quite close to them and move around before the steam of the wind will hit you, which is what these things can do. I've seen some skeletons that just doesn't like the shotgun or even the crossbow. I've still played the game a lot these past few years, probably about 8 years, maybe in 2012, that kind of year when I played it. And I thought, oh yeah. And then soon enough, when I knew where a life increaser was, when I played it, and then one day, when I played it again, it says, nope, I'm going to fucking move it away from it. But still, like I said, why did I fucking go in there for? meant to pick this flicking thing up in the first place. Because I'm going to need some health. So I'll tell you what. Use one of those to top it back up. Like I said, you want to push the X button once. And then the health bar will go back up. Like that. Okay. So there's that. Right, also before I do absolutely anything else, what I'm going to do is show you what you can collect in the game as well. So, what I'm going to do is basically possibly start to go out of it and then go back in it for the first time by pushing the triangle button to go back in it. And so, what I'm going to show you is that you might get something else. So give me a moment. Okay, right. So, the first thing is, what I'm going to have to do is go to main menu and load game and go to the bottom of this one right here. Okay, so once again, in the game, with these challenges, there are 5 of them. Now, the thing with these 5 challenges, what you can get is this lovely weapon right here. This is the weapon you can collect in the game if you complete every one of these 5 challenges. The problem with these 5 challenges is that, like I said, the thing I said about these challenges, that this one down it, which is challenge 3, is a right fucking bastard to do. And challenge 2 can be a right fucking pain in the fucking neck, as you saw me deal with those fucking owls and fucking cheats by using unlimited ammo. But I should have done that, because I've done it a couple of times without even flicking using unlimited ammo, even if I haven't got it. I've done it a couple of times with the shotgun or the pistols, but usually the shotgun I use to stop them thinking knocking my health all the way down, or even flicking not sliding off those platforms, or even getting the owls to fucking knock me off. But yeah, usually I'm pretty good at doing that. Just use the shotgun and just stop and knocking me off, or either not flicking get myself to slide off. So basically, the way you can collect that weapon is to stay in this area and complete every single fucking one of these challenges. Every 5. Even if you have got 3 of them that has a red colour to say it's not unlocked with the other eggs that you're going to have to collect to unlock those. So the best idea is to get all of the eggs, unlock them, and do the game on easy again especially using the machine gun up against the skeletons as well as get the unlimited ammo with the crossbow that can help you to get out of the fucking trouble that I got stuck on. As well as still easy is doable with the challenge 1 Nightfall, where you can just get the stone statues, the fly away ones ago, smash all those statues for you to collect all that stuff for the challenges be completed for you to get every 5 cheats that you can collect. So when you complete the challenges, you'll get the 5 cheats, as well as, like I said, that you're going to have to stay in this area and complete every single one, grab the cheats from them, and then you'll collect the rifle gun that can do a fucking good lot of damage. But like I said, you might want to leave challenge 3 till last. Do challenge number 4 first, then do Nightfall, challenge 1 for next, then do challenge 2, which is the hours, do that next, and then do this one right here, which will be time attack, do that, and then finally do the fucking challenge 3 bloodbath last, for you to have a bit of time to breathe and let the anger drop down a bit, and then get yourself to be ready and prepared to finish that fucking one. But still, it's just a right fucking bastard, that one is. Never understood why that fellas just don't want to go the fucking directions you want to go, or either if you got the fucking right controller, it's got better control of fellas and to move all over the place, as well as the X button for you to jump on platforms and stuff. Right, now the first thing about this rifle gun, now when you push the square to fire it, Fasten can load it up, but the problem is when he loads it up, you probably got 6 seconds before he's loaded back up again. That's the problem with that one. But with the electricity weapon, when you're firing it, you might have about 3 seconds before it does that. So, when you're keeping the square button pushed in, the rifle gun will fire. If you can it, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, there's got to be at least about 5 seconds, surely. Then 3 seconds for that electricity weapon. But also what I'm going to do is show you what the rifle does. So yeah, what this does, look at the rifle with these skeletons. So as I'm holding the R1 and holding the square, you count it, how long it takes. So he's still taking some time. To fire it. But yeah, it does that. So that is a nice rifle gun that you can collect in the game. If, of course, you complete every fucking single one of those. Without going through that purple thing. That is the problem. So as long as you stay in this area, unlock every single one and complete them and get the rifle gun as well as the 5 cheats that you'll collect in the game without completing just 3 of them, with just 2 of the challenges that will be locked without you putting the eggs in the other ones of those things for you to unlock them. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, you unlock 2 of them and you still got to unlock the other 3, and you've completed the 2 that you've unlocked and you got the cheats from them, and you go back when you've unlocked another, you try and complete that, and you've completed it to get the cheat, and you think, surely not, you have to freaking do those 2 again that you just fucking did to get the cheats from. But yeah, you still got to do them again. So like I say, it's always best to unlock them all, probably go to easy and just complete them all, and you got a better chance, as well as possibly just do the game on hard difficulty to get the unlimited ammo, and then you'll be all good to complete challenge 2. But still, I'm fucking cheating. Well, I did. So that wasn't very good at all, was it? That was awful. Okay, anyway, right, what I'm going to do is load the game back up on another memory card, well, the one I just used, and then proceed ahead a bit more further before we leave. Okay, that is it. No more switching memory cards for another day, I think. But as long as I don't move too much for you to have the camera to be moved all over the place, so that's why I'm being a bit more gentle, or hope and pray that I don't move too far away from it. But yes, usually that's what it's all about, mainly. And basically that'll be it, mainly. Okay, so we've got almost everything apart from that rifle gun that you can collect in the game. But like I said, you're gonna have to do the whole lot of fucking again until you fucking get it, which is a fucking pain in the ass. But still, with challenge 3, I got fucking no hope of doing it, even if I beg myself to do it until the anger builds up, saying, no, I'm not fucking doing it. As people's anger still goes up once in a while when they're having a bad day or something like that. But yeah, so there's all that for you. Okay, so there you go. Right, okay then. Right, what we're going to do then is move on. So like I said, I'm going to do the game with almost everything. As well as basically do the game however I want, which involves any weapon whenever I want to use them, instead of sticking to the game exactly how the game plays. And that's why I was doing that on medium and hard, just to show you how the game goes. when you collect a certain weapon, where they're hiding, and where the ammo that goes to those weapons, and basically just allow you to know where all the life increases are, as well as how you're supposed to proceed into the game, basically. And so yeah, that's that. Also, these skeletons can have a couple of these, I suppose. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, they've got a health bar at the bottom. So whichever enemy you're up against, they've got their own health as well as your own. Right, as I said before, about one thing. In here, you will be able to move a bit forward for you to be up against some skeletons, but I don't see why they're not fucking appearing. Maybe I should move over here. Maybe there's a glitch. But usually some skeletons will appear. If you check my recording on medium and hard difficulty, but usually skeletons are supposed to be hit. Right, as I said before, on mission 1 that I have played the game on medium, easy and hard a few years back in 2012, somewhere that kind of period, and I picked up the life increaser that is supposed to be over it, and I knew exactly it's supposed to be it, but as I said before, that I know exactly where it should be, even though it's not fucking there, because it must be a glitch. As well as, if you check my other recordings that I said about it, that I played the game a few years and I knew the life increaser should be right here, but it's not fucking there, because it must be a glitch and it just wants to think it's supposed to be here, but it's been fucking put somewhere else, which is the problem. It sometimes might want to put it somewhere else. So that is the problem. And also I'm out of liquid, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, yeah. So if your life increaser is not over it, it'll be somewhere else, so I will remind you where it's supposed to be. But with the rest of the life increasers and stuff, I have shown you where they all are and where you'll be able to find them and how you're supposed to use them, and other bits and pieces how you're supposed to play again. But I'm not going to do exactly all of that anymore, apart from a couple of things that has to be simple enough to remind you what to deal with. Also, these are wooden skeletons, so you can whack them with the whacking sticks when you've collected it. Also, you can use the ammo that's tempting me. Tell you what, why not? Why not? So yeah, like I said, I might want to use the weapons however I want to use them, instead of playing it's exactly how the game plays, because I've done it on medium and hard, do the game exactly how it should be played, as well as remind you what you're supposed to do in the game to enjoy it. And also in this area, when you're in it for this, so when you're in this area for the first time, the game with the instructions at the bottom, it would have said that it will mention about the finisher slots, which will knock some enemy's health all the way down, and some enemies' health will not go all the way down. And the finisher slots is basically things you can throw at them, as well as basically you can start with 3, but you can also get 2 more unless you buy them from Armory, which is the thing that you can do. But also, what I'm going to do is just ignore these, because time is ticking. And so, usually, when the camera does this automatically, without you touching any buttons, it'll point out the shotgun would be up there. But it's not, because I've already got it. So, basically, what you got to do is go over it and destroy it. Which I'm going to use the electricity weapon to do that, to proceed ahead as the time is ticking away.
You there. You all right? Do you hurt, sir?
Also, I've still got the hat on, so it's alright. I'm alright with that. Also, this person that's got a question mark, or 4 question marks, and the reason why is because Van Assen hasn't got a clue. And he says, oh. We can have that as well. And we'll do that as well to finish him off. Or she. Whoever it might be. But Van Assen's probably asking. And so, yeah. That is mission 1 done with 12 minutes and 51 seconds. Best kill shot at camp. There is 49, and shots fired, there are 786. MELEE hits, which is the whacking sticks and the swords, again, as I said, there's 38. Whacks, damage taken from enemies that's done Van Assen in, 194. Power, GLYPHS, which is 6,674, which is the green god symbols of the total I've got so far. Finished with how on, yes, also perfectly done. Enemies killed, how we have done is 136. Now Armory, which is what I'm going to go through details now. That's why I've been speeding up a little bit more than I freaking should have done, because I've done a certain number I thought I was never going to get to. Anyway, right, there are 5 increases for you to buy, and you can buy these whenever you want and however you want, as well as when you buy one, it will automatically fill one of those black squares for your red bar to be a bit more bigger. So you can buy 5 of these to allow your 5 black squares to be filled up in red, as well as the prices will go up, and the price will be 1,000. Next one will be 1,500. Another one will be 2,000. Another one will be 2,500, and another one will be 3,000 as well. Okay, so the prices will go up. Next, we've got Life REP and Touch Up, which is worth 500. Also, you can buy 3 of these, as well as every time when you buy one, the price will stay the same, 500. Next, we've got Ammo Increaser. That is also going to be the same prices as the Life Increaser, as well as you can buy 5 of these as well for the 5 black squares to be filled up in blue. So, as once again, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and 3,000 for the Ammo Increaser or the Life Increaser. Ammo or EP Note Jump will be 500. Also, you can still buy 3 of these, as well as you can also get 3 speed boosts, but they will be 800 for you to have 20 seconds, for you to run fast and have the weapons go fast as well. As well as you can always get those 3 things for free when you find any of those in any mission you're in. Don't forget. Next of all, you've got Dodge Fart, which will be 1,500. Also, you can have pistols, shotgun, and crossbow to have 2 shots fired, as in bang bang, from those 3 weapons. Also, the way you can do that is, of course, hold R1, hold square, and push the X and push the L3 towards the left or right to do a roll left or right, or even hold R1, hold square, and push X and push L3 down to do a back roll for those 3 weapons to go bang bang, whichever direction you want to go, when you do pay for 1,000 for this thing. Next of all, you've got Grapple Strike, which allows you to pull weapons towards you, but also when you do pay for it, you'll hurt enemies with this thing, and also it's 500 for you to pay for. Next of all, you've got Grand Strike, which is worth 1,500 for the swords. Hold R1, push forward, which is L3 up, which is what it's going to say about, and perform a MELEE attack, which is a nice attack with those swords to strike and sometimes pop enemies that have fallen on the ground, which is what it could do. What it can do, shall I say. 2,000 for the swords again, which is 2 Joe Fart this time, as well as hold your 2 Joe attack to flying your 2 Joe BLADES at opponents. I'm pretty sure that's what OPPONENTS is supposed to be. So don't forget it's 2,000. Next of all, you've got Air Hop, which is to do with the swords again, as well as after holding Airstrike attack button, which is this circle button, to rise into the air, push a DIRECTON. I'm pretty sure it could be one of the cheats. I could be wrong, but whatever that word means, you can give me a comment or something like that, make a bit more sense to me. And tap X to jump on Finette, which is what Thanos can do with this thing. Next of all, the whacking sticks that you can collect them again, and you'll collect that weapon in mission 7. After Grand Strike, also that's basically going to allow you to know that you're going to have to pay for this thing first before you can pay for this thing. As well, it's going to say hold R1, push forward, which is L3 up again, and attack with the weapon, which is SCIMITARS, to perform a spinning SCIMITAR attack. So you can do some nice swinging with these things, which is what Thanos can do. Spin those things around. Also, you got MELEE explosion for the swords, which I'm pretty sure that's what EXPLOSION is supposed to be, but it's 2,000, don't forget. As well as what you can do with this thing when you pay for 2,000 for this thing. A ring of ice or fire explodes from the last hit of your ALTERNATE ammo. So, like I said, once again, whatever ALTERNATE is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure I still think that's linked up to one of the cheats that I said about. And ammo, light blue bar, again, L1. And of course, the sort of the name, MELEE. And of course, the nice combos for 2,000, of course, don't forget. And last of all, finish the slots. You can buy 2 more of these to knock your enemy's health all the way down, but some enemy's health will not go all the way down. As well as the prices are for 2 of these things you can get is 2,000 for the. Steady. So the first one for you to pay for your 4th one will be 2,500, and the final one for your 5th and final one will be 3,500. So yeah, just be careful when you pay for these things. But still, I am not gonna decide to buy too many things, but still I'm gonna probably buy one of these for 800 because I don't really need anything else. But sooner or later I might decide to pay for something like these to do something for a change. Yeah, there you go. Right, also once again, I'm going to let this guy do his thing, and then we'll do some more next time.
Your journey will eventually lead to a place divine and holy. There is so much knowledge to be gained here, but its greatest secret is the passage it harbors. Go with God, my son, for this passage is fiercely guarded.
So yeah, fiercely guarded by what? So yeah, Fadasson's got something to do. Once again, there must be great knowledge. To be grand here. So yeah, that's what he's got to do, as well as what I've got to do again. Anyway, yep. So yeah, there's that. All done. Again. But still, once again, want to do the game again next time. We will stay on easy and basically decide to use whichever weapon I want to use and however I want and whatever I want next time. But as long as you do the game exactly how the game goes, and then you'll proceed ahead with almost every single weapon, including with all of the ammo that goes to each one of those 5 weapons, including the whacking sticks that will also have the ammo. Okay, take care.